Arizona big man Henri Veesaar has hit the portal. A bit of a surprise, given that he was not expected to play much this year for the Wildcats. Was thrown into a major role after Mo Krivas suffered his injury, became uh, part-time starter, started 5 games for the Wildcats, but played over 20 minutes per game. Was a vital piece for them on their Sweet 16 run. The 7-footer proving to be that force inside that Tommy Lloyd was looking for. A lot of people think he's got an NBA future. He's got that kind of skill set. He's a versatile big who can move, rebound, block shots. He's got some range that extends out to the 3-point line. Wasn't really a sniper by any stretch of the imagination, but shot about 33% on nearly 1.5 attempts per game. That's good enough. A 7-footer, obviously. Um, we don't know who's yet involved in his recruitment, so we'll get into that in a second. But with Veesaar the player, Riley, what should we know about this guy who's entering the portal and what could potentially be there for teams that decide to pursue him?
I love this dude. He is my favorite big in the portal by far. I think he's great as a role man. Like he's very emphatic in how he dunks. Third in the Big 12 this year. Celebrates a ton afterwards. Hangs on the rim. Does all the swagger like showboaty stuff that you need. On top of it, Ralph, this dude sucked in the non-conference. Like I thought he was unplayable when Arizona. What did they start out? They lost 4 games. They're what,
Four
three
and
and four
five,
early?
right? They were four and
Yeah,
five at
four
one
and
point.
five. I thought he was like that Duke game I go back to where he looked like a traffic cone defensively against Wisconsin. He got played off the court. And then in Atlantis, I mean, I don't know if I can't remember if he was injured in those games. He played 3 minutes in back-to-back games in Atlantis. Like I kind of thought his career at Arizona was over, and that every time he was on the court, I was like, why is Tommy Lloyd playing this guy? Turns out Tommy Lloyd has a much better basketball mind than I do because he flipped a switch in January and became this awesome two-way weapon. It's not just the dunks. I mean, he's a good passer for a big man, 13% assist rate in conference play, became a really good shot blocker. Like that was the biggest surprise to me was it seemed like he didn't really look like he played like a 7-footer in the non-con. I thought he got knocked off his spots a lot. I didn't think he looked particularly mobile. And then it truly was like he flipped a switch and all of a sudden could protect the rim, could play in drop coverage, block a lot of shots. And yeah, I think you're getting a kid who, I mean, he's only played like 2 real years of basketball in college. Like there's still probably a little upside there. Um, yeah, I think whichever school gets him next could have a potential all conference caliber player on their hands.
If you go by his splits and just look at how his production elevated from November to December to January to February to March, it's stark. February, he averaged 12.5 points per game, nearly 6 boards, 1.2 blocks. Those numbers dipped a little bit in March, but he still had a couple 20-point games. He was playing like a all conference caliber big towards the end of the season. I think I would say not an all American level, but somebody who deserved like recognition on a conference standpoint for how he was playing. And the expectation, obviously, going into the offseason was that he'd go under another offseason of development from Tommy Lloyd's staff at Arizona, who's been really, really good with big men. And that next year he was going to be on like everybody's breakout list, right?
I'm wondering, like, I love the way Arizona plays basketball. I love their style. I love that they can beat you in multiple ways. I love that they keep the two big system alive here and there. And I like it's just a really aesthetically pleasing brand of basketball, particularly on the offensive end, to where I'm like, why are these guys leaving? I don't know if he thinks that like Motias Krivas is gonna come back and take his minutes or what. But yeah, like I think I don't know. If I was Tommy Lloyd and the Arizona staff, I'd be doing whatever it took to retain him. But
Yeah. Krivas coming back does create a logjam. And given those flashes that he showed, there is a lot of interest in him. There are some rumors that UNC is very interested in him. That suddenly spiked as soon as he hit the portal, and definitely did not spike before he had hit the portal. Let's talk about the UNC stuff first. He has not released a list yet, obviously. But given those rumors, like UNC's been begging for a big man for 18 months now. I think
facts.
I think he checks the box.
Yeah, I mean, what else do you want me to say? Like the Arizona had a beat reporter, Jason Shear, who tweeted like right after he entered the portal, Henry Veesaar going from Arizona to North Carolina to be coached by Hubert Davis would certainly be a choice. Fair. I
Hey,
don't care.
Armando Baycott thrived under Hubert.
Thank you. Give Hubert his respect. Put some respect on my coach. Thank you, Ralph. I'm glad someone said it. But yeah, like don't get me wrong. I know I've been critical of the staff. I'm skeptical whether or not they're the long-term answer in Chapel Hill. I would be ecstatic to have Henry Veesaar. I think looking at his high-low passing, I'd be like, please, Hubert, let Roy just coach a couple practices this summer and let's instill something like that again. Get a little like I need some high-low in my life. I've been missing that for the past 5 years. Having someone who's like actually tall would be such a breath of fresh air. A true 7-footer. I don't know what that's like, Ralph. I think
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, fair point. Fair point. But Carolina has not had a 7-footer since Walker Kessler was there, which was 4 years ago. So yes, I do know what it's like, but it's been quite some time. Um, I think like you're telling me I could get him paired next to Caleb Wilson, and there'd be a ton of fun. Like that's a lot of shot blocking to go around, a lot of size in the front court.
A lot of versatility, too.
Oh my gosh, Caleb Wilson and Henry Veesaar running high low with each other.
Running, just straight running in transition.
Hmm.
The way Hubert wants to run. Like I think that would fit perfectly. And obviously, like it's where he's linked to right now, make a lot of sense. And this is gonna hurt you, I'm sure. But where else do you think could make sense? Because there's got to be more involved here other than just UNC. So who else makes sense? We don't have any knowledge of other schools, but who else just off the dome makes sense?
It's truly only one place to be. It's in Chapel Hill. But if he does need to go somewhere else, I mean, Kansas has a mass exodus on their hands. They're surely looking for a big with Flory out of there. Like, as much as I want him on my team, it's pretty enticing to think about what Bill Self could do with Henry Veesaar and his offense. Again, when you talk about running
Mhm.
high low or just having an inside out big, like definitely some Hunter Dickinson light type of skill set. I guess maybe like super diet. I would say Vesar's strengths are more so catching lobs and hitting threes as opposed to like going to work in the post. Um, I mean, he'd honestly be a perfect Florida big. Oh gosh, Carolina needs to get this done while like Golden and them are distracted in the
The
final
the
four.
problem with Florida bigs though is that they're not seniors, and some of them are going to go, and like not all of them are going to go pro.
Yeah, I think Condon goes pro though.
Yeah, but then you got Hauk back and Chinyalu back
I
and Handlogden back.
respectfully, if Todd Golden is the killer, I think he is. I think he tells like Ruben and Micah like appreciate your service, but I'm bringing in Vesar. You can stay or go, but don't do that, Todd. If you hear this, like Vesar stinks. You don't want him. You don't want him. Go just cut it off after the first part of the video. He is. I hate how much of a perfect fit he would be at Florida.
Illinois needs a big. Um, Arkansas and John Calipari also just lost
Oh
their
gosh,
7-footer who can shoot threes. And
Calipari, a resurgent Calipari lurking scares me a little bit.
I'm just saying, UNC seems to be where things are headed, but there are a lot of options that appear to make sense for
And
Vasar.
to be fair, Ralph, things looked like they were heading towards UNC like 15 times last offseason, and we saw how that worked out. So I like that there are rumors around him. I would love him in Chapel Hill, but at the same time, I need you to help me slow my roll a little bit so I don't put the cart ahead of the horse here.
It is quite incredible the amount of suitors that will line up for a skilled 7-footer. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
It is March, and that means that March Madness is upon us. And if you are looking for a place to play, Underdog Fantasy has you covered. Sign up and deposit using code SLEEPERS, that's code SLEEPERS, to receive up to $1,000 in bonus credit plus a free pick. Head over to Underdog Fantasy today and use promo code SLEEPERS to take advantage of this amazing offer.